All right, so we right back at you with another episode of In Brotherly Love. Look, we had a long week last week. We had a long week, and I'm gonna tell you something. Man, we had a time last night. We had a time last night. Look, if y'all missed the event on Saturday, y'all really missed something special. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all missed something truly special. We had folks here from all over Maryland at the Blacks and Wax party, where we were raising money for elected officials. And look, it was a great success. Everyone here said they had a lot of fun. The food was good. The ambiance was good. The people were good. The energy was good. And I'm just dope. You should have been here. Yeah. Is, if you weren't here, don't fret, because we're going to do something else in August 27th, except this time we're not going to be in Columbia, Maryland. We're going to be in Bowie, Maryland. And we're going to have live entertainment. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to do it just like we did it last year, trying to do it even bigger. So we're
doing it bigger. We're doing it like last year, except bigger.
That's right. So we're going to see y'all in August with that. Man, it's hot as I ain't doing it outside no more. I don't know about this, gentlemen. It's summertime and outside, that's and drinking, that might be a bit much for your boy.
That's why your boy get a fan over on him.
Show tonight, and we just gonna chop it up. We don't have anything special to talk about. I do want to get into this little politics. I do want to talk about a little politics going on with the Rashawn Baker camp. He came into the race causing all this confusion, trying to shake things up, and he ended up getting shaken down, like we all told you that he would, that he had no business in the race.
Hey, we told you.
Y'all was all spitting all over Rashawn Baker. Oh, he take care of his wife while she was sick. He gonna get he didn't get no sympathy votes. He knew it like we knew. He shouldn't have never been in the race in the first place. And
trying to split the vote.
He bowed out, and so I got to give him credit for that. He got a good deal in place, either with Westmoreland. So I got to give him credit for that. He kind of knew that it was all coming to an end, so he kind of jumped off the freight train before it collided into that brick wall. So shout out to Rashawn Baker for getting out and in a nick of time. So, gentlemen, what's been going on this week?
Man, look. So we back at it again, man. Like we said before, it's been a long week, and it's good just to get together with the brothers and chop it up a little bit. We got to go through our little intro. My name is Jeff Gordon.
I didn't even do that.
You sure didn't, but
you had to get something off your plate.
I know you had to work through it. I get it. It's a little different format than we normally have, so I understand. But I'm Jeff Gordon. I'm an HBCU grad. I'm a father. I'm a son. And I'm a brother to these two kings right here. But more, I'm from Hampton University, the standard of excellence. And we just going to chop it up for y'all. We don't have a whole lot that we want to talk about stuff. We just like to get together every now and again. This gives us a chance to get together, whether virtually or when we do it in person. But we look forward to this time. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on.
What's going on, y'all? It's the baby of the bunch one more again. What's going on, y'all? It's the baby of the bunch one more again. Jason S. The Voice Gordon. I am a graduate of the best HBCU known to man. We always in the top 2, and we ain't number 2. None other than the home of your MVP, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, the Mecca, Howard University. I am an HBCU grad. I'm a husband. I am a father. I am an uncle. I am a son, and I am a brother to these wonderful gentlemen right here. And then I noticed that we have Donna, who joined our live. Donna popped in on her iPhone, but she's not showing her face. So Donna, what brings you on?
We gotta get Jay Wendell in.
We'll let Jay Wendell go since he got ahead of himself.
Because I forgot to big up Morgan State University. You know, every time I get online with this podcast, I got to big up Morgan State because they're the baddest, the boldest, and you know this, Morgan State University. And Jason, what you forgot to say is that you're America's #1 hype man. Look, you.
Oh my God, real.
Like, yo, you done came out.
Hold it back, bro.
You done came out, so we gonna blast that. But my name is Wendell Gordon. I'm a dad, HBCU grad from the DMV. And I'm glad that y'all here with me, and we're gonna discuss whatever we want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about. Just chime on in here. And go ahead, Donna. What's going on? Donna's iPhone.
Yeah, it's Donna. I'm actually a friend of Stephanie's. I am I'm a graduate of the real HU.
Who the hell is Stephanie?
That's Howard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you through Stephanie.
Yeah. Donna, what's up, Donna? Yeah, she's lawyer. The lawyer.
Exactly.
I was like, who the hell is Stephanie?
We were all like, who is Stephanie?
Have you here, Donna? Donna's a lawyer, and Donna, she worked. I can't.
I'm a graduate of the, go back to the HU. Let's
Yeah.
just talk about
Hey,
the
look,
real HU.
we heard you the first time.
No, but say it again. HU.
Hardwood.
You know,
All right, that's how we know which one she really goes to.
Our university.
Y'all ain't gonna do that here. Talking about you know. Yeah. So look,
but no, my family did. My family did Hampton. My family did Morgan. We're all Bowie. We're all HU graduates. I do have to go there.
yeah. Well, you said Morgan, so Morgan ain't HU, but it's all good. I mean, Howard is on the list somewhere. They on there somewhere. But look, Donna, what you think about Rashawn Baker? You know anything about that?
That Rashawn will continue running. That's what I do have to say.
You gonna continue running for?
This
He
wasn't
gonna run when? He gonna run in the next 4 years or something? Or?
exactly. This wasn't his first governor's race. This will probably not be his last.
Somebody
I wasn't.
told you wrong. I think his
Yeah.
time is up. He need to get an appointed position. He need to be in somebody's cabinet. Now that I approve of. You don't think his time is up? With regard
No, I don't. I don't.
I think his time is up. I think it's time to move on. We need some new blood. We want some different people up in here. We like Westmore. I said, let's run with it.
And
We
see,
got to get Democrat.
that's the problem with our leaders. You know, leaders don't know how to retire. And it's unfortunately, African Americans don't know how to retire our leaders. All we know how to do is bury them. And Rashawn is a prime example of somebody who needs at least get out of the game in terms of state politics. You might be something in Prince George's County again. You may have a chance at something on a federal level, but state politics ain't for you, bro. It just
I think in
on that level. Unless somebody dies and you get an appointment some kind of way. I just don't see him in state politics. Quite frankly, I don't really see him in Prince George's politics unless he's on a county council or something. I don't see a future with the guy, to be honest with you.
People don't go from county exec to county council.
Well, I mean, I just don't know what else he can do. He ain't gonna be.
But
I mean, get an appointed position, bow out gracefully. It's respectful.
I think one of the biggest issues with Black leaders is you have to be preparing for the next one to come behind you. And I think if Rashawn had prepared somebody to come behind him, it would probably make for an easier transition to bow out. But it's like, if you look at the legacy that he had as county executive, like who did he prepare to come behind him, to take over that mantle? What leader did he prepare? Like, how can you, most of them don't retire when they don't have anybody behind them. So it's like, Rashawn didn't prepare any leaders behind him. So it's like, he's got to keep running, I guess, to feel like he's still fulfilling his mission.
But what I heard from these elected officials, they tell you the minute you get out of office, you're not important no more. And they have a hard time dealing with that. You know what I mean? That nobody's running to them asking their opinion on this or seeing if they can help them with that or this, that, or the other thing. At least not as like they used to. They're not bowing down when he enters the room. And from a psychological point of view, that has to have some effect on the person. Just yesterday, you were all up under me. Today, I'm not even the one. You don't even come to me for anything. So
there's one, the two, or the three.
A little bit of that is going on. But the bottom line is, I really wish it was very disheartening actually to see him in the race after West got into the race, because to me, it looked like, you really didn't want it. You just figured that you could be a better candidate than this other brother who really wants it. And so I'm glad you bowed out, and kudos to you. And I'm sure you retained some of your political goodwill by doing that. But why'd you do it in the first place? It was unnecessary. And you took some support that I don't know who you're casting your support to now, but you took some support from a man who's really been out here working his butt off to try to gain it, and that's Westmore. And yeah, I'm biased because we jumped on the Westmore train early on, but at the same time, I got my eyes open and I just didn't see any reason why you got in the race when you got beat out by Ben Jealous, who came out of nowhere. And you had been in Maryland all your entire political career. This joker came from nowhere, came in here and he sliced and diced you. So why are you going to come back again?
Yeah.
Somebody who actually lived in Maryland, who raised his family in Baltimore. Now you do have some good ideas. Now Rashawn did come up with a good idea about putting the governor's office in Baltimore. I thought kudos to him for that. But hey, somebody else can do that. Thanks for the idea, bro. But get out the way. Thank you. This train gonna keep on moving.
Part of being smart is knowing when to quit.
Knowing when to hold them, know when to fold them.
So
that you can't raise that Skrilla, get out the Dilla.
True.
Speaking of raising money, man.
Talk tonight.
hey, look. Speaking of raising money, man, your boy raised what 7.5 last reporting period.
No, he raised, it was 1.5 to bring his total to 7.5.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he raised 1.5. He was the highest, because I just recently read the article. He got he raised the highest total in the last reporting cycle. And he was well ahead of everybody else. Perez, I think.
Well, that's good because I guess, that means my couple $1,000 made a difference. Without it, he would have been 1.5. You know what I mean? What did you say it was? 1.5?
He was 1.5, and you're what, 1.52? 1.502?
Without my couple $1,000, he would have been 1.52.
But yeah.
And look, we gotta get our heads right, man. This man is coming through. I know this sounds like it's a campaign endorsement. Well, although we do endorse Westmore, I'm not getting paid for any of this. This is just what I just feel like he's good for Maryland.
Yeah,
I got a lot of people that's probably smarter than me who don't feel that way. I shouldn't say a lot of them, but there are some who don't feel that way. But that's how I feel. And I think the fact that he's raised this amount of money, I think I'm not in the minority. I think I'm in a very comfortable majority. So we just got to push him over the finish line. Don't forget, July 19th is the primary. I know your ballots are coming in now. Look them ballots over, check them twice. Let's get them in this race.
And if you're Maryland independent, please switch your stuff over.
Yeah.
All right.
So that you can vote early. That's why.
Yeah. And if you're down in Prince George's County, it's going to be a judicial race. Be mindful of this judicial race because you got some good candidates coming through. I think only one can win. I got a law school classmate by the name of Rhonda Wood. Consider her. I got another colleague of mine named Malik Shakur, Muslim guy, great guy, understands where we are, what we are, who we are, and where we need to be as people. Consider him. That's all I'm saying. I can't tell you which one to go for because both of them, they're cool with me and both of them will make very good judges.
Well, I'm glad you said something because I see the signs up and I was like, these judges, I don't know nothing about. I'll wait for Jay Winter.
Yeah. And I wish I had Rhonda on tonight because I know at one point in time she wanted to come on, or Malik. Maybe I'll call them during the stationary break.
Doing a station break? A stationary break?
In between sips. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So Miss Donna, what's on your mind tonight? What intrigued you enough to want to jump on with the brothers Gordon?
Donna's like, I'm just here. I ain't even on.
Like everybody disappeared, everything.
Like I'm cooking dinner. What's up?
Hey, did y'all watch the first hearing that last week, young? And the hearing.
Oh my God, I was so disappointed.
I'm pissed off about how they fawning these Benedict Arnold, these traitors, trying to big up them like they really doing something now. Talking about it took courage to come out here and give your testimony. Oh, I know your families were being threatened and this, that, and the other. They don't take no courage.
No.
The power seat has changed, and so they're bowing unto that. They try to build up Bill Barr as if he's some person who deserves some type of commendation. Bill Barr ain't shit. He ain't never been shit, and he ain't gonna be shit. So stop trying to build him up, Democrat Party, as if he is someone who should be lauded for his efforts in coming before the hearing and giving his testimony.
Hey, look, the thing is that you're dealing with the new term du jour is white male fragility. And because they're so fragile and their egos are so fragile, sometimes you gotta kind of rub them up a little bit so that they continue to give you what you need, as opposed to sitting there and being anti the investigation. You know, that's kind of the way I see that.
That part I understand, but they're writing history now, and you bring Bill Barr on as if he was someone who was forced into a position that he didn't want to be in. He was more than complicit, compliant, or however you want to call it, with what Trump was doing. He was one of his biggest trumpeteers, and now they're trying to make him seem like he was just someone who was just under duress and could not say no to the big guy. And I ain't buying it. Tell your testimony, but I don't need to hear all this editorial about how you feel that this guy is so worthy of redemption. You know, because I ain't buying it, and it's a terrible, terrible lie.
Because he was complicit in the whole thing.
Yeah,
he was only complicit. Well, he was complicit until it got to the place to where he felt like it was about to subvert democracy.
Well, I don't think he had a problem with that. I think that at that point, well, okay.
No, because you got to look.
Yeah,
if you look at his testimony, he said that's why he resigned. He resigned when they started going buck wild with all them haywire claims. And he was like, yo, it's not there. It's not there. And when it got to the place to where it was a constitutional crisis and he realized he wasn't going to be in office anymore, and that now he's got to protect his own bulky, bacon, grease-filled skin. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, let me get out of, he's like, yo, this is our chance to throw this cat under the bus.
No, they really don't want to throw him under the bus, but he scorched the earth to make Trump's claims come through. He got all the justice, all the king's horses and all the king's men, as I like to say, to try to find some way to, as you say, subvert democracy. They were just unsuccessful, what, 62 times or 72 times? They ran up in the court.
But he said that was due diligence, though. He said because the claim came in, he had to go in and take a look at it.
Well, we got a lot of claims that
because he made the claim, he had to at least check it out.
We made a claim on behalf of Corinne Gaines to investigate the police officer that shot her. All I got was crickets. You know what I mean? So you know, the claim.
And see, that's my thing is.
Stand the first 1, 2, 3, perhaps even 5 to 10 times, but 60 sometimes across the entire country. That's not due diligence. I think that's frivolous. That's frivolousness.
Well, I mean, how do you manage that, Jay? I mean, how do you, if you're in a position where you have to address these claims, they come into the customer support center, somebody got to answer to them, right? Somebody got to answer them, at least say it's bogus.
You're the attorney general. You should know the law more than anybody.
And that's the reason why he jumped off that ship.
Just ask the question, how do you manage it? About 11 attorneys involved in those cases either were disciplined or facing disbarment. That's how you manage it. You get those attorneys out of the way who bring these frivolous cases and take their licenses from them. And that's what exactly happened in this case. All that because they love some man's dirty draws. And that ended up out of a job and perhaps even out of a profession that they truly love and worked hard to be in.
Yes, you're correct.
It's ridiculousness.
It is. Very much so.
Ridiculous.
I mean, what is at this point, what is really like, what is the, I'm still trying to understand the power that's still maintained at this point. I mean, where he snaps his fingers and people disappear. I mean, what are we talking about now?
Well, he got half the country's vote. So he's not a man who is feckless. He's got power. Because anytime you can get half the country's vote and then divide it and still have the country divided years after you left office, I do understand that. But you got to also understand that some people don't use their power for good. They use their power for evil. And at some point in time, you have to separate yourself. I think for a lot of those folks who were on the Trump train, they waited too long to separate themselves.
Right. And they need to get them out of office. We got these midterm elections. Get them out of office. All across the country. Get them out of office.
The problem is that
get them what we know is right.
The problem is that now you've got what I consider a cancer in American politics. Because right now you've got at least half of the electorate that voted for him, which is probably more than half. But you got them really believing this bull crap because
They believe that they trying to be in his good graces.
No, they're believing this crap because you literally got 100 politicians that won their primaries yesterday that literally believe this bullshit.
I don't believe it, man. They're just carrying a lie. You can't believe that at this day and age. You can't believe any of it. I don't think
is that just to keep people in a state of confusion. I mean, what do we?
No, it's to get people to vote for him because you literally have 74 million people that believe the bullshit. So you got 74 million people that believe the bullshit enough, you know what I'm saying, that he convinced upwards of 500,000 of them to come to Washington, D.C. to storm the Capitol, bruh. Like you had at least 500,000 people that literally stormed but not that they didn't enter the Capitol, but you just had enough people there that were that dumbass that they believed what this fool had to say that they stormed the Capitol. Right now, I think it stands as like 400 plus people charged in this foolishness.
And so here's the thing: all these people storm the Capitol. They storm the Capitol basically unarmed, where people are engaged in hand-to-hand combat.
Don't get me started.
What I don't understand, because they had weapons. Take out the first few lines and the rest of them will flee. I don't get this. I don't understand why we're not having a different conversation. This is absolutely atrocious.
I'm gonna write
in a way different conversation
right now. I'm gonna write history right now. Those Capitol Police, they didn't perform well at all. They performed poorly. Many people argue that they were cowards. I'm not sure that I disagree. I'll tell you right now, and I'm just gonna be politically nice about it because I know we online. I think that they had, like you said, they had weapons, and if it was somebody else, they would have used those weapons. But they turned they would have cowards out there like last night, and then everybody wants to big up the Capitol Police. Oh, they were so this. Oh, they were their heroic efforts and this, that. I didn't see anything heroic about what they allowed to happen to our Capitol. They didn't guard that with their lives. They didn't guard that with they guarded the Capitol, not even with their jobs. They guarded the Capitol in solidarity with those who were protesting against it. That's what they did. They didn't guard it with their life. They didn't guard it with their jobs. They didn't guard it with their profession. They guarded it in solidarity with those who were out there protesting. That's my.
I am going to give brother credit who did.
You say so when like that happens, when stuff like that happens, and I look upon these hearings like, is this just a formality? Are we just doing this for show? What really is going to come out of these hearings? I mean, that's the question that I have. Why are we doing this?
And Jason said that that there's a cancer, like Trump is like a cancer. Well, we got to cure the cancer. He's got enough stuff out there that he could be prosecuted and jailed, but America won't do it because he ain't black. I'm just gonna set it out there.
Even his reaction to the pandemic, that's got to be criminal. 500,000 people lost. Was it 500,000 or a million? But a lot of people lost their lives.
It crossed the million threshold because of the fact of what he allowed.
So, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that was some interesting stuff that took place.
Yeah. So they got a break. It'll be back on tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the morning. It'll be another round. I can't even lie. I've been kind of glued to my computer screen, kind of watching this joint unfold. Just because they are showing some new video evidence, and it was kind of funny when like you said, everybody trying to jump off the train. Like his daughter jumped off the train, was like, yeah, he knew. I respected Bill Barr. Bill Barr said it was nothing. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. It's just, honestly, it's kind of funny to watch them step over one another to try to clear their own ass.
And you can't say he didn't know, because the election in the places where the Republicans won, he had no problems with those results. It was only where they didn't win that we end up having to question the results. Come on, people.
No, it wasn't even where they didn't win. It was in places that were historically black. Atlanta, Philadelphia, Detroit. Those are the joints that, I mean, he kind of tripped off Arizona because I guess he assumed because that's a high Hispanic population that he was going to win that too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, He's literally the first Republican president to lose Arizona in 20 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
So the Democrats had a good day yesterday then.
Well, yeah, they had a so the thing is they're allowing the media to kind of paint the narrative. So I believe the Democrats had a good day yesterday in terms of candidates that are now on the ballot that are running for strategic seats. But they highlighted that's kind of been their way of whitewashing things. They like to highlight losers and glorify losers. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to talk about the 74 million and they keep negating the 81 million that voted his ass out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of look back and it kind of reminds me of when I took my son to San Antonio and we went to San Antonio and we went to visit the Alamo. And as we went to visit the Alamo, my 9-year-old son started making observations like, Dad, this guy, he died in 1836. And Dad, this guy, he died in 1836. Everybody who got a statue here died in 1836. So then as we continue to go and we continue to go through the Alamo and we took the tour, we got to the video and we learned that a lot of their heroes got killed in the Alamo. And the only thing you really hear about is remember the Alamo. And then when you find out that the phrase remember the Alamo was when another general, Sam Houston, when Sam Houston got retribution for everybody that got killed in the Alamo, when he finally defeated the Mexican army, it wasn't even in San Antonio where he defeated them, which is hilarious to me. But so like my 9-year-old son was like, Dad, all those guys outside took L's. Davy Crockett was an L. All of them dudes got obliterated in there, but we still recognize Davy Crockett as a hero. But America still recognizes Davy Crockett as a hero. And that just goes to show literally how
whitewash
in history, they'll try to whitewash it to kind of glorify a loser. Because like the fact that we're still talking about Trump, who is a loser, a perpetual loser. Like you're talking about a guy who he did win the electoral count, but he lost the popular vote by 4 million.
Yeah.
So in 2 elections, he's lost by a grand total of 11 million votes. And we still talk about this cat. That is whitewashing history.
Well, it's more than that, to be honest with you. But it seems like we're in a position to turn the corner. We're in a position, but we got to also remember that we are still in a war. We're in a fight. We're in a battle, and you cannot retreat. You got to reload. You know what I mean? You got to
put off the gas.
Yeah, you got to stay. Like you say, step on, man. Keep your foot on
their neck.
Yeah.
And we really got to dig deep into this because it's gone beyond what we see out here in the media. They're passing laws now that affect the voting rights. They affect the way you vote, how you vote, what you do when you vote. Y'all, we got to be real careful out here. We got to really be mindful of what's taking place. I mean, they're passing laws where laws that are similar. If you go back and do a comparison between Jim Crow and this SB law that they passed, this SB bill that's out there, we got to really pay attention. They're trying to turn the clock back. And we're just sitting here and we're looking in the wrong direction. So we got to make sure we get the right people in these primaries and these midterms, and we got to make sure that we get the right people in come 2024.
So Lisa Thompson is asking, where is Letitia James?
We didn't hear you, Jason.
Lisa Thompson is asking, where is Letitia James, who is the state's attorney in New York?
Well, she just got, Trump just lost his last appeal. Some judge told him he's got to report to her now and testify. So she should be taking stage front center real soon.
But actually, I think she's got the criminal investigation. I think
he's got to go in front of her real soon.
Yeah, he does. And him and his children.
People trying to get Trump in a deposition or something. Even when we were dealing with the stuff with Omarosa, we were trying to get Trump in for a deposition. Man, that thing has been extremely difficult. So kudos to Letitia if she gets him in. I don't know if she
gonna get
the path been cleared. He has to report point.
He can't duck wreck on this one.
Yeah, the path has been cleared. He has to report to her and be deposed.
Yeah.
He has to give testimony to her.
Or be held in contempt.
Yep.
And then let's see what we had. Lynette Wright Jennings says, "What impact do you think the current state of the economy will have on upcoming elections?"
A lot, because the gas prices is too high.
Man, I put. Hey, look, I saw someone said, I saw a meme. They said I put $80 in a gas tank and it went from a little E to a big E.
Hey, bro. I mean, gas right now is becoming a bill. Like right now, we were on lockdown because of COVID. Soon we're gonna be on lockdown because of gas prices, bro.
Okay, wait. Do you think that this is a ploy by the car manufacturers to get us to move towards electric? Because this is looking real good right now.
So as a guy who has now started paying more attention to stocks, electric vehicles actually are not holding up very well. And actually they predicted 2 electric vehicle companies are going to go bankrupt. Ford just had to do a recall on Ford had to do a recall on just about all of their electric vehicles.
What happened? Why do you think the electric car company?
It was a battery issue. I think that the companies were trying to move towards it and did not prepare themselves. I think that hybrid vehicles, because one of my close friends just recently bought a hybrid vehicle, all because of gas prices. So, I mean, could it be switching us to hybrid where you can get like 40 and 50 miles to the gallon? Sure, because I can see that happening, at least in my circle. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I feel like because they just passed some trillions of dollars in an infrastructure bill, I think that they're going to get what they need to make the electric cars be what they need to be. I think that real soon you're going to start to see more and more electric cars on the road, more and more different types of electric cars to suit every consumer. And I think you're going to start to see these gas vehicles are going to start going away. So while I don't think they're going to go bankrupt. I really don't think they're going to go bankrupt because there's way too much money out there for them to get and go bankrupt. So I don't see that.
So then that would explain why Elon Musk has his panties all in a bunch and has been trying to purchase Twitter so that he can kind of get a handle on the media game and whatnot. Because Elon Musk, his little panties been in a bunch literally all year.
Well,
because now he'll no longer be like that. If other people start improving electric vehicles, he'll no longer have what is perceived as a monopoly on that particular entity.
Yeah, on that particular market, because they have all kinds of car companies now. They got a bunch of new car companies lined up to come out with their vehicles. It's gonna start to give them some go. And I'm talking about some really nice cars, and they're not gonna be as expensive as these gas powered vehicles are. So keep your eyes out. I don't know. I would pay real close attention. If it's going down and that stock is going down, you might want to jump on it because it's going to come back up real soon. There's a lot of money out there. They're going to put a lot of money in infrastructure. They got to redo the roads. They're redoing these bridges. And I guarantee you they're going to build in what's necessary for these electric vehicles to dang near drive themselves. They already have the autonomous vehicle out there. So it's a lot of technology is coming your way in the auto industry. So I would really pay close attention to that.
now I don't think I want to ride in an autonomous vehicle, a vehicle that drives itself.
I'm not totally against it, man, because I don't mind if the vehicle could do it safely and get me where I need to be. It's the equivalent of having a driver without having to drive. Real close attention. If it's going down and that stock is going down, you might want to jump on it because it's gonna come back up real soon. Somebody just put a lot of money out there. Who just pressed the button?
Admit to it just yet.
Oh no, I got it. My bad. I was sharing the post. My bad, fellas.
But yeah, I would definitely pay attention to it.
That self-driving vehicle, they just revealed the data on that. There were 251 crashes with these self-driving vehicles.
200?
51 or 251,000?
No, it was 251. They're just crashes.
Are they fatalities or what?
They didn't report on whether or not they were fatalities. I just saw the number 251. I didn't dig too deep into it.
Because
I don't know that that's. I mean, you gotta have some you gotta have some real live test data. And I know it's crazy, and you definitely don't want your car to be the one that's crashing. But 251 over all the cars that have been sold in the last 3 to 4 or 5 years,
No, he said self-driving vehicle. They probably sold 252 of them.
Possibly, quite possibly, you know what I'm saying? But they a little nervous about them joints. And I mean, granted, like the Tesla can literally drive itself on the highway using smart technology. And I mean, granted,
that's a new technology, so it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
But that new technology, like I know in my car, I have what's considered highway assistance. And granted, it doesn't drive itself, but I can feel the car moving. Like I can feel the car, it adjusts to the lane.
Right.
Keep my hands on it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I can feel it underneath my hands, adjusting to the lane. If I get close, if I get within 300 feet of another car, my car will automatically slow down when I'm on cruise control. It will speed up when there's nobody within 300 miles.
300 feet.
Nobody within 300 feet, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the technology is there. It's just a
It's
matter
gotta be improved. I mean, we got a navigation systems that have to be, you know, they got to be linked to all these cars. So we got a bunch of satellite navigation systems that have to be put in place. But now they have the money to do it. So I'll be real interested to see what happens in the next 5 years.
Yep.
Hey, y'all watching these NBA finals, young? No, y'all ain't.
Come on, Boston, y'all gotta do it for me, man. Come on, Boston, come on in.
No, sir. Come on, the chef has got to get one, yo. He's got to get number 4. Steph Curry, like there have been certain places.
I like Golden State, but Boston, man, I want them to do it. I want them to get it done, and I think they can.
You got to look at transcendent players. So, like, you got LeBron, who's got 4 titles. He was a transcendent player in the NBA. Kobe Bryant was a transcendent player in the NBA who changed the face of the game. And Steph Curry literally changed the face of the NBA. I mean, granted, it may
change the game.
He changed the game, and granted, it may be to a degree that a lot of sports enthusiasts don't like it. In terms of now, it's opened up the game to shooters. But I mean, Steph is to solidify his legacy. He needs number 4. You know what I'm saying?
I hope
number 1, Steph needs 4 more.
You hope what?
I hope Steph wins. I hope he wins. I hope he wins the championship, like for the reasons Jason stated. Give him 4. Let him be 4 and let him be up there with the greats, because he is one of the greats. And I do believe he's changed the game for those who shoot 3-pointers. Like nobody can do it like he can. And he's definitely a future Hall of Famer. So
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, let his rings match. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, I'll give him that. I mean, I want him to win. I mean, I want Golden State. I like Golden State, but for whatever reason, I feel like I want Boston to win this. I want to see Boston win it. I want to see them turn it around. But it's gonna be decided tomorrow. We'll figure it out.
Hey, look,
it's gonna be over tomorrow. We going to Game 7. What y'all think?
I wanted to be over tomorrow, even though I am. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for the black coach. I always go for the black coach. In most instances, the black coach would definitely, you know what I'm saying, he would get my vibe. But I want Steph Curry to get 4. After Steph Curry gets 4, I'm happy that the black coach in his very first year of being a head coach is in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and that's an achievement in and of itself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, the fact that he even pulled Nia Long, that's kind of impressive too. So I mean,
did he?
Oh yeah, that's oh yeah.
That's why Nia Long was there.
Yeah, I hope he lose bad, man.
Yeah, right.
I hope he lose bad. Can't believe that. Yeah, I just you made me remember that.
Yeah, he got Nia Long, boy. Good God Almighty.
Yeah, right. What'd you say? Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty, boy. Had the game looking like a bag of new money.
All dressed in green.
All dressed in green, boy. I tell you. Some guys have all. Hey, man. So what else is going on out there, y'all? Talk to us. I'm looking.
Hey, we got Juneteenth coming up, man. Let's not forget about it. It's Juneteenth this weekend. I mean, I got mixed emotions about it because now there's so much talk about Juneteenth. We almost pushed away Father's Day.
I was about to say it's also Father's Day, and you know they Father's Day takes a terrible blow, man. They would never do that.
I think this might be a final blow right here. I think this might get rid of it. To be honest,
do that to Mother's Day, man.
I disagree. I disagree that it's the final blow. I think that the way it felt.
They wouldn't put Juneteenth on Mother's Day or anywhere near Mother's Day.
Well, the thing is Juneteenth
get relegated to second-class citizens, man. We need to stand up for the fathers, man.
Yes, sir.
Power to the fathers.
Agreed. I think this was just a bad, like, after they made it a federal holiday, it just fell on a bad weekend. You feel me? Like, it fell on a weekend to where Juneteenth and Father's Day all both on the same date.
And then even the gay pride.
That's the only holiday where that happens.
Clean weekend. The gay pride people, they went off with their weekend without a hitch. You know what I mean? Everybody,
except for them crazy white boys out in Idaho.
Well, something was brewing. I don't know what it was. We still don't know yet. We still waiting to find out what that was all about.
I mean, 31 dudes in a U-Haul truck like that. Boy, I tell you, I gotta watch my word because I don't want to come off as a certain type of way, but I mean, 31 dudes in a U-Haul truck to disrupt a pride festival in Idaho.
Sound like they had a little pride thing going on inside that U-Haul truck to me.
Hey, brother.
That's kind of tightly packed.
They had their guns blazing up in that joint.
You know what I'm saying? They were connected.
Maybe they just misunderstood. You know what I mean?
Sword to sword. That was awful, bro.
They were packed.
Maybe they was misunderstood. Lisa Thompson wish us a happy Father's Day.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa Thompson. Appreciate it.
Maybe them boys is misunderstood, packing that U-Haul truck like sardines. You know what I mean?
Man, but these, like, again, it goes to white male fragility. Like, this is what they're promoting now. So now they're opposed to pride events because they're trying to accuse them of grooming. But then you got like cats in Utah that are literally grooming children, eh?
Like, and based on what is it? Based on they have a term for that. It's not replace. Is it replacement or?
They've been using what is called replacement theory, but that was
replacement theory. So why are we teaching replacement theory, but we won't teach critical race theory?
We're not teaching replacement.
They're talking about it a lot.
They're talking about it in the dark web. Like, it's not talked about in mainstream. It's not a part of curriculum, or it could be a part of curriculum in the homeschooling because you learn from just reading over homeschooling documents and so forth and so on. You learn that replacement theory is taught by what they consider evangelicals now in places like Tennessee and Kentucky's and Arkansas's and the Iowas and the Nebraskas and the Oklahomas. Like, and that's the reason why they don't want people to understand the true nature of history, because of the fact that it would now open up people's eyes to the things that they've been learning is essentially white bigotry. And I've been working more on adopting Jay Wendell's term to be more regular, which is white bigotry, because I don't want to use supremacy. Right. But if critical race theory, which shows the historical effects of slavery throughout the course of the history of this country and how slavery is interwoven in the fabric of this country, they don't want people to know that, because then it will open your eyes to the fact that America is literally built on
the backs of
slaves and a rocky foundation. Yep. That's what they don't want you to know.
They don't laborers.
Back to the pride thing. 3 houses were burned in Baltimore City because they hung or they flew a gay pride flag. And if that's the case, man, that is absolutely despicable. That's despicable. So we got to come to terms with all of this hatred that's taking place in our country. We have to really settle the score. I don't know if that's going to require us sitting in the room, and boxing it out or talking it out. But, I don't think people's homes should be burned down because of the people who they love. And I think that also when you start doing stuff like that, you start trying to take people's lives, intimidate them and things of that nature. I think it's gone too far. So there needs to be some pushback. We need to talk about it more. But as we talk about some of those issues, we also have to address the issues in the African-American community with regard to the hell that we're catching on a regular basis.
We can't push that under the rug just because of the fact that another minority group is experiencing that. Yeah. Like, I agree.
we've been known to multitask. We African Americans have always been multitaskers and addressing all of our issues at the same time. But you know, we need to make sure that we keep our issues front and center so that they can be addressed. Because quite frankly, I don't care what you do in your bedroom. As long as you ain't doing it in my bedroom, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Period. And you ain't in my bedroom, so you know what I'm saying?
We ain't worried about it. Do what you do.
Do what you do, G-Dog. You know what I'm saying? However you do it, when you do it.
Have at it. Yep.
Yep. Let's see what we got. Yeah, they talked about the houses in Baltimore.
So what y'all think about the event on Saturday?
Oh man. Hey, let's talk about the quintessential hype man in the house.
No, we gotta talk about Jason and
Yo, we gotta talk about Jason the voice board
and his hip thrust on the deck.
Oh my goodness. Jason was out there talking about
what was in that hookah he was smoking on Saturday, okay? I don't know. Some CBD. I don't know what was in that joint. So
I don't know what was in Mom's. Hey, I don't know what was in Mom's lemonade. What it was.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, yo. See, Jay Wendell and Jeff and myself, we threw a very quality event. And when you have a quality event where ethanol is flowing freely, everywhere. When the ethanol flows, baby, the voice comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even had to use I had to shoot a TikTok for that. I was like, where's the voice? Eventually, I will make my way to a microphone if the ethanol is plentiful in the arena. Okay.
But look, he was itching to get to the microphone, man. He was walking around. He was walking around in circles trying to get to the microphone, Jay. He was walking around in circles. He was like, man, where the mic? Yo, I gotta go get. Yo,
I gave him the microphone.
No, man, he was on the microphone.
I would have gave him the microphone. I mean, because he performed. You know, that was a performance we witnessed that day. That was a performance.
Hey, look, it gave a whole new meaning to the hype, man. Like,
yeah,
I can see how it makes a difference. And big ups to DJ 5-Star.
5-Star, hey.
Yo, you was fire. You was fire. And
look, DJ 5-Star offered me a job.
Hey, you need to take that job, bro. You need to take that job.
I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, who is this motherfucker, right? That's like, who is this dude?
Like, hey, look, he was on the mic.
Like, hey, look, joke in the red jacket. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, he was on the mic. Next thing I know, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think I can dance.
He got his little hip thrust going in, you know, he did, you know. And then he was on the mic, he was like, second verse. And then he hit the joint. The second verse of the song.
Right in time.
But the thing is, we got the soundtrack. He sent us the soundtrack.
Oh, well, we gonna put the we gotta use that. Look, ladies and gentlemen, August 27th, we doing it again. August 27th
back, yo.
Oh, we bringing them back. August 27th, we bringing DJ 5-Star back, and let me tell you, we getting in Secret Society too, so it's gonna be like that.
So we're gonna have DJ 5-Star.
Oh, for real?
Secret Society.
Oh, for real? Uh-oh.
So look, we just the Gordon brothers just gonna be the amalgamation of Baltimore and Prince George's County. We're gonna be
I like that. Say it again.
Say it again.
We're gonna be the conduit for Prince George's County and Baltimore. We're gonna be the adjoining force that brings them both together and unifies us as one citydom or citadel or whatever you want to call it.
Man, we're gonna call it Wakanda, baby.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep going.
We're gonna go with Wakanda. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we're gonna be in Baltimore, sometimes we're gonna be in Bowie.
There it is.
We're gonna be in Upper Marlboro because it's coming. Okay. So get ready, it's coming. We're gonna be everywhere, you know what I mean?
Hey, we're gonna make it pop, y'all. Hey, and we're sorry, those of y'all who missed it, man, y'all missed a function. Y'all missed a function.
Yeah. We'll have a second chance on a second chance, okay?
And let me tell you, and we had stars in the place.
Oh yeah,
the stars
are out. Oh yeah, talk about, hey man.
Calvin Ball came through. He's the county executive for Howard County. He came through. Shout out to Jill Carter, Senator Jill Carter. She came through. Shout out to Marilyn Mosby. and Nick Mosley.
She came and stayed. She came and stayed. She hung out with us.
And Marilyn Mosley, not only did they come through, but they was raising money right here. They just, we was like, yo, set up shop. They set up shop, and yo, they went to work. They went to work on and was raising money. And so that's the whole concept behind it, to raise money for these candidates, to let them come here, pitch to you why they feel like they should retain office or be elected to office. And then you decide, you know, which one you like the best and give them some money. And that's what we did. Gordon Brothers didn't make a dime off of it. We just provided the audience. We provided the situation, the venue. So these elections.
Okay, let's talk about the venue though. When you walk in that joint, hey,
Young.
The venue was 5-star as well, man. I walked up in that joint. I was like, oh, okay, this is what we doing now? I was like, oh, see, you know, it's the middle one that's got to show off, right? You know, we did the thing. We ain't got nothing better to do last year. We was like, okay, that was nice. And then he came back with the and then he came back. He was like, yo, I'm going to show y'all something. And oh my goodness, bro, you set that joint off. You and your folks, y'all set that joint off.
Man, that was the Brothers Gordon at work.
Hey, look, hold on, what they saying? A function at the junction, huh? Woo, woo.
Woo, woo. It was a function at the junction, and y'all missed it. And look, don't let a little bit of rain stop y'all, man. We not playing with this.
Look, just 90 days away. 90 days away, we're gonna do it again.
Do not miss the next one. Period.
And you need to come on time because we start on time.
Next one, we not even ask you for no money. All you gotta do is bring a bottle, a lawn chair, and maybe an umbrella if that's what you want. We're gonna take care of the rest. We're gonna entertain you. We're gonna feed you. We're gonna get
it right there.
Yep. We're gonna get you sauced up. And only thing we won't be doing is calling a cab for you, and you can't spend the night. That's it.
And honestly, and that's actually, Jay Wendell, that's actually a pretty good idea, and you put it out there. You might want to, if you can Uber in, that would be fantastic.
No, we're gonna work through it. We're gonna have a nice little situation for you. We're gonna have, we're gonna make sure that everybody gets there safely. We're gonna make sure we have transportation running on a regular basis. Yo, we doing it bigger this time. So of course, the standard, the bar has been raised. So now we got to raise the bar again, and that's what we gonna do.
Yeah, we had a shuttle. Shuttling people in at the event this Saturday because we didn't want any traffic concerns and we didn't want our neighbors to be upset. So we shuttled folks in. We got us a nice little rental car, and we had a driver, and wherever you parked, we went, picked you up, brought you in, and when you were ready to go, he came back, took you back to your car. It was a real nice event.
Pamela, what you want us to put you on the program for? Put you on the program? What you finna do? Huh?
Oh yeah, she's a comedian. She's a comedian.
Oh yeah. She's a comedian.
Yeah, we definitely gonna put Pam on the program.
Okay, well, Pam, now that you put yourself out there, you on
program, sugar.
Now what? You know what I'm saying? You put yourself out there, now you on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll have the audience for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we going back to the estate in 90 days, baby.
We had Joe Claire the first time, so Pam and Joe Claire, or Pam first, Joe Claire.
And then we gonna have the quintessential hype, man. Hey, we gotta give little bro some shine, man. We gotta give him some shine,
man.
We set up.
Kind of pissed off because I was like, hold up, man. If he had all this talent, we could have been using this in the past. He was just holding out on us.
Hey, look, just sitting back. He was just sitting back waving the towel, man. I saw the video. He was just waving the towel last time. We're gonna put him to work.
He'll definitely work the crowd next time.
Hey, look, so what ended up happening is my brothers always say that I'm very low key. And Jeff actually calls me sneaky. Why, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like the talent is always something that happens around my brothers where they be kids, where they see another aspect of me. You know what I'm saying? And this was, now you see while I was traveling all over with the band, mom, dad got a chance to see it. You know what I'm saying? This is why
dad got a chance to see it up in person. Heard you was like sneaking off up north, trying to do stuff when you supposed to be in school, but we ain't gonna talk about that. And look, and you got busted.
I didn't. So the funniest part is I didn't get busted. Like people would just see me and wouldn't even approach me. Like at least if they would approach me, I would know how to prepare myself. But they were just snitching. They were just telling on me.
They just snitched on you. They called my
Dad.
They like, boy supposed to be in DC. Nah, he up in New York.
He's supposed to be in DC. I just saw Jason in Chicago. Jason was in Chicago. Seen Jason in St. Louis. Seen Jason in San Diego. Seen Jason in Bermuda. Like, come on, yeah. Like, you can at least say hi. I'm a gentle giant. I'm a gentle guy.
In Bermuda, I don't know how Howard ain't going that far now.
I've been to Bermuda 3 times on Howard's dime, so don't sleep, sir.
I know how they like to embezzle money over there at Howard.
Oh, Lord, here we go. Come on. Let the hate flow through you, sir. Let the hate flow through you. Hold on. Who was that? Kim says she has photos of the towel waving.
Yeah.
Hey, send them to us. We need them. We're going to need that because
hey man, throw up that
they
TikTok.
know what's going on with him with that towel, man.
Throw up that TikTok, Jason. See if you can find that and throw that up.
Hey, look, the funny part was mom dancing, yo. Mom dancing kind of.
Don't try and deflect, bro. Don't try and deflect.
Hey,
Look,
look,
Dad was in there dancing though. That was the thing.
Yeah,
Dad was dancing.
Oh man, he was getting it.
Man, when mom started doing the wobble, man, that made my day, man. Hold on, my bad. Let me get on this joint. I don't even know why it popped up so fast.
Look, you trying to get out there. Go ahead, get out there.
I'll put the TikTok up. Where is it? Oh, okay, there it goes. All right, let me see it.
Yeah, you got to put the TikTok. You was out there. You was getting it.
Let me.
Hey, that was a fun time though. That was a fun time, and I know it was a little bit of concern, but it was definitely.
Stop. You can't get the sound. Hold on, here you go. Share sound. This was the TikTok I did after seeing some video. So here we go, folks.
Bracelet trout.
Hey yo, I like that lid, bro.
Yeah, that's a nice lid, Jeff. That's me on the mic, guys.
Bracelet trout.
It's a quick joint. But yeah, that's me after drinking hanging thing. That's me on the mic.
Bracelet trout.
He was going in.
Hey, it was a good time, y'all.
And then that salmon, bro, you got your foot on the neck of that salmon. What's up? Hey, we having all that. I'm telling y'all, we talk about this now. You will have an opportunity to experience it come August 27th. Y'all need to put something on your calendar. You don't want to miss this one. They talked about it last year. They're going to be talking about it even more this year.
Yeah, we're going to have live entertainment. Secret Society Band, that's what we're going to have up in there. Secret Society Band, we're going to have sounds like we're going to have some comedians there too. So
and
like
DJ 5-star.
Not asking for for anything from you. Maybe a bottle of wine, maybe your favorite drink. That's it. That's all it is. Just come on.
This is our thank you to y'all for supporting and Brotherly Love, for supporting our views, for supporting us. So we just want to say thank you. Y'all need to come on out and share this moment with us. Pre-Labor Day party.
Bring your tent.
Yeah.
Bring your tent.
Bring your tent. And your chairs.
Bring your lawn chair if you ain't got no tent, because he's got a lot of flat space in that backyard. And I'm telling you, the band is going to be cranking. Everything is going to be full on DC Baltimore style. We're going to bring it all together under one roof, under one tent, as they say. And we just going to have a good time that evening.
Grown and sexy.
Grown and sexy. Hey, look, I'm even going to put a stamp and say 30 and over, man. Because you can't enjoy the vibe if you ain't been through some stuff. You can bring your kids, but it's for you. You know what I'm saying?
Easy on the kids day.
Yes, sir. Easy on the kids, on the kids cake.
Kids day.
Yeah, easy on them. Yeah, indeed.
But you don't want to miss it.
We all got kids, but we don't want a whole busload of them.
We don't. Yeah, you don't want it to turn into a playground.
Yeah.
It's grown and sexy.
It is.
It is, but it's grown and sexy. We telling you it's grown and sexy. So it's for y'all.
And we going by.
We know our demographic. Y'all know who y'all are.
Y'all see that background? Y'all, everybody put Jeff on the full screen. If you can see his background, you see what's going on back there.
Oh yeah, hold on. I got you, Jay. I got you. Boom. Let me pin him real quick.
This is what we doing.
Let's go.
Pin him. He's pinned. There it is.
That's Let's turn it into tent city. You see all that greenery out there? Just bring your tents and your lawn chairs.
No, Lola.
And we're gonna do the rest. We're gonna feed you, we're gonna give you some drink, we're gonna show you a good time, a real good time. You're gonna be talking about it for a whole year until we do it again.
We do it again. My good man, that's a thing, man. That is a thing. You know what I'm saying? The inaugural was definitely pretty good. Part 2 at the Manor was dope. And if we look, I'm trying to convince them that we need to do one every hot season and every cold season. You feel me?
Yeah.
We need to give them a hot and a cold, baby. Because
in a minute, we're gonna get that clubhouse over there one time.
Hey, it's all good. But that'll turn my neighborhood upside down. It's like they funny around here, boy.
We're gonna get that clubhouse.
Hey, they funny, man.
We're gonna get that clubhouse just before that circle up there.
Oh my goodness, like all of my kids coming through right now. You see them? There goes the boy. There's Junior. Now he's trying to hide. Don't hide now. Lola, Ari, Boogie and Beanie both walk through. You feel me? Boogie and Beanie.
In my head.
Yeah, you hear him. Hold on, Beanie. I'm still on the show. We wrapping up though, baby.
We're gonna wrap it up right here.
We're gonna wrap it up right here. This is good, end. Let's go.
We'll be right back at you next week with another episode of In Brotherly Love. I'm your co-host, Jay Wendell Gordon. And look, in the world where you could be anything, be kind, all right? Just be kind. That's it. That's my word. Who got next?
So this is Jeff Gordon. And again, we'll be right back at you next week. Hey, if you ain't gonna help, at least don't do anything to hurt.
My goodness. Hey, man, Jason S. The Voice Gordon. Man, don't spend your time ducking down for people who are afraid to look up. Don't make yourself small for people that are small. You always hear, you never see a giraffe talking to an ant. So if you're big, stay big. All right. We'll be right back at you next week, y'all.
Brotherly Love, peace.